Ignite the spark. The Spark Museum of Electrical Invention offers you a hands-on experience exhibiting the past to ignite the spark into the future.
Kind of our motto is where discovery sparks imagination. This isn't your grandfather's museum. I think when lots of people think of museums, they think of a big dark building full of dinosaur bones, or maybe a big empty room with one painting on the wall. We're a lot different than that. We have thousands of objects, and most of them you can literally reach out and touch them. There just isn't anywhere that kids can have an experience like that.
And an experience is what you will get when you visit the Spark Museum, showcasing demonstrations of science concepts from simple to dynamic, combined with education, making it fun, interesting, and approachable. Everyone can learn how to think like a scientist.
The gallery, Electricity Sparks Invention, covers the entire 19th century, which is the period when most of the electrical inventions took place. From the electromagnet to the telephone, the telegraph, electric motors, it's all represented here in this space. Provides a real opportunity to get really up close and personal with these amazing inventions that made the world what it is today.
Spark Museum is everything that a teacher could ask for. It's an engaging place for my students to come and learn and inquire about the world and these inventions.
Because it's not one of those boring museums where you have to walk around and look at everything and you can't touch anything. This is one of those museums where you can walk around, it's interesting, but then also it's fun because you can have all these hands-on activities and you can play and you can have fun.
The Spark Museum is not only showcasing the past, how it came to be, but where we can go in the future. Right now, the museum's education program includes school day field trips with a fantastic experience for young boys and girls.
So my third grade students are currently learning about how questions and discoveries lead to new understandings. So the Spark Museum was a perfect place to kick off our unit and was a great provocation for students to really start thinking and inquiring, asking questions about how these inventors made these awesome electrical inventions. And so on the way here on the bus, many of my students even said, you know, Mrs. Goodman, I've never been to a museum before. Like, I don't know what to expect. I was like, oh, you're in for a treat. And so the excitement and anticipation was there from the beginning. And then when they arrived, I mean, they had never seen anything like this before. And many of their questions was like, how did they get all of these inventions throughout history? This is amazing. Their excitement was contagious, and they were just pushing each other's thinking and asking questions and wondering just the process of being an inventor.
The museum's long-term goals are planned science education programs designed for kids, interactive, thought-provoking, and interesting. Broad programs to include science and robotics workshops, summer science camps, teacher enrichment, and programs for young women.
So the Spark Museum connects so well to STEM, the science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And the kids really see and try to figure out the process of what it is to invent something. And even though Spark Museum has just that, you know, the electrical inventions, they were able to think broader about, you know, what were the resources that these scientists had available to make these inventions. And they were, you know, what was the problem that arose for them to then create this invention to make the world a better place?
The museum needs your help to expand existing programs, create new partnerships, and develop fun, innovative, and high-quality learning experiences for kids of all ages.
It is so important to support Spark. It's a treasured museum that my kids will always remember, and it was their first museum experience for a lot of them. And you know, Bellingham community is diverse, and a lot of students don't have opportunities to come to museums and places like Spark Museum. And it allows kids the experiences to understand the world and have that hands-on learning that a lot of students are not able to experience outside of school. You know, there's limitations with income or family schedules that don't allow them this opportunity. So Spark Museum encompasses learning and excitement and growth for kids and getting excited about their futures as well.
It's an experience that to get people to think that we've come so far, but still there's so much that can be done. And we want the young people especially to get the idea the world hasn't stopped inventing. There's lots of stuff still to come, and they're the ones who are going to make it come.
After the field trip to Spark Museum, the bus ride home was a buzz, and kids were asking questions and talking about what they saw. And a lot of their questions were around how each invention was solving a problem and how they got those resources and materials to figure it out. And it inspired a lot of them to become inventors. Like, they're going home and building things, and you know, something as simple as a door stopper so it doesn't slam when their brother slams the door, you know. And so the field trip really sparked their own inquiry and wanting and loving science.
So get charged, ignite the spark, and check out for yourself what you can experience here at Spark Museum of Electrical Invention. Come and ignite the spark.